Hello ladies and gentlemen. In this video, we're going to be unpacking how to escape the death cycle of a social media marketing agency and instead flood your calendars with high-ticket models and scale your OnlyFans management agency to 50k a month with automations while just being able to sit back, eat pizza and watch Ethan Bayliss' videos. So that's a hell of a promise and we're going to deliver upon it in this video. Alright. So, first, let's go proof of concept, so you know that I'm not just blagging my mouth. So we had JP join the program. This was in March 2023. He joined the program, signed his first model, which is luxury escort from Pure Cold Outreach, the strategy that we teach in the actual system itself. 7k followers, everything was set up, managed to get 50-50 split. Then, this was 3 months later. He was able to get girls consistently to 50k a month with a consistent 1-to-7 sub price to chat and price ratio. That's without any mass pay-per-views. So he was literally able to scale this model up to 50k a month. And he was able to scale other models and making 70k a month in profit for his OnlyFans management agency. And since then, he's gone off to new heights. So it's an example that I know what I'm talking about and what I teach can actually change your life because it's changed other people's life. And here's some results from some of our models that I manage. Still run my own OnlyFans management agency. You go 30k a month. We've got a model managing is around about 60, 70, 80k a month, and so on and so on. So we manage quite a few big models, talent globally, worldwide, and we make quite a bit of money with it. So let's get into why to transition niche. So OnlyFans management can be looked as a social media marketing agency. However, it's a particular niche that you go into. So the social media marketing agency, you're targeting OnlyFans niche, okay? Now, why is the niche so important? Because the niche can make or break your business. Do not believe these people that tell you that if it's not working, you're doing something wrong. Because chances are, you could just be in the wrong niche. For example, if your social media marketing agency helps newspaper businesses, then you're going to have to do 100 times the work to get anywhere near the same amount of results as in a different niche, which is a lot easier because the newspaper industry is on a downturn. So to be able to actually go in there and provide value is going to be quite hard, and there's not a lot of money going around in newspapers. It's kind of dying out and everything's going digital. So you'd be entering a dead industry trying to boost it up. And you're going to struggle, even if you've got the best client acquisition strategies, even if you've got the best service delivery methods for your particular industry, you're still going to struggle. So we can now take a look at a different niche, which is OnlyFans. We have OnlyFans models who are quitting their job, making 50k a month in a short space of time. And being able to provide value to an easier business is going to change the trajectory of your agency because your agency is only as good as the clients that you serve. If the clients you serve are in a terrible business and they're really struggling, you're going to struggle as an agency. If the clients you serve are in a really good, easy, effortless business, then your agency is going to be really easy, good, and effortless. So that's why the niche is super important, and it can be the difference between you being this man here, you being homeless, because you tried to help newspapers out with their social media marketing, as opposed to this guy right here, who targeted OnlyFans models and was able to scale his agency up to 50k a month within 90 days because of how easy the business he's providing value to is. So I hope that clarifies it, why the niche is super important and why OnlyFans is the niche to go into. So step one in getting started in this niche is to generate attention. So attention is the first step in signing models for your agency, because without attention, people will not know what your service is. And if no one knows what your service is, then you've got no one to serve as a client. So to garner attention, you need to focus on these two things. The first is volume. So the number of actions you're doing every day. If you want to generate attention, you need to increase the volume of the specific attention generating system you're using. Second is the offer. So what they will get if they work with you. So you could have all the attention in the world. You could have a following of 1 million. You could have a DM. You could be sending out DMs to tens of thousands of people every single day. But if you're not telling anyone what your offer is, then that attention is not attention. It's just noise. Attention is people who know about your particular service. So if you have both volume and an offer, then you have attention for your business. And that's when you can then start signing models. So that's the first step. You can look at it as roadblocks. So to get a model, you first need attention. And to do that, you need volume and you need a good offer. So here's the workflow we use to generate attention. Now I'm actually going to open up here so you can see it a little bit better. So we start off by introducing leverage, so a virtual assistant, because we don't want to be doing this ourselves. With the agency owners, we want to be working on the business rather than within it. So to do that, we need to outsource particular elements. So we get a virtual assistant. We craft and set up 5 social media accounts for that particular virtual assistant. You can start off smaller, you can scale it up even more, but in general, just build a few social media accounts. These are social media accounts that are crafted to generate attention for the particular audience we want it from, which in this case is OnlyFans models. So we're talking about OnlyFans model tips and tricks. We're talking about our agency. We're talking about a particular offer. We're showing experience, expertise, all on these social media profiles. Then what we do is we follow the model account. So we send them a follow, because if they accept the follow and follow us back, then we can actually get them into a separate retargeting system on the social media account. Because we keep on posting stories and eventually they'll get interested in our offer. So we follow the model account, send the DM script. So we have a 7-step DM script sequence that we send out. So we send that direct message to them. And in this DM script, all we're doing is essentially trying to sell value to them. So we're not asking for anything but their contact details in exchange for a lot of value, a lot of free value for their OnlyFans business. So have they accepted value in exchange for contact details? If no, keep on following them up, keep on hitting them up until they say yes. And if they're not saying yes from you sending DMs, then either your DMs aren't getting seen, so you need to increase the volume, or you need to switch the actual platform you're doing the outreach on, or your value isn't good enough. Because if your value is good enough, people are going to be saying yes, that free value, because it's free. They've got nothing to lose from it. So the only reason they'll be saying no is because they don't see the value in what you're offering. So you either need to sell the value better in that DM script, or you need to have something which is actually more valuable. Okay. So we then send the package value, and then we add the contact details to the nurturing funnel. So that is the system, virtual system, managing these accounts, sending out a bunch of DMs using the DM script, sending the value, and then putting them in the separate email, the separate nurturing funnel, which we're going to go into. So the trick to getting lots of attention is you need to introduce leverage. You can't do it all yourself. I'm sure some people out there would be fine spamming the market with messages day in, day out, looking at their KPIs, adjusting it. But no, it is a very tedious process. So you can either use money, which is leverage. So you can hire more virtual assistants, you can leverage automations, hire a copywriter, you can pay for information on the value to offer, so how to package the value on the actual script that you're using, the DM sequence you're using, or you can package the value. So you can deliver quick, digestible value in terms of an audit, ebook, video sales, a cheat sheet, etc. It just needs to give them value. And if you're saying, I don't really think I can give much value, you can quite easily. You can help the models when it comes to getting shout out for shout outs. You can give them a message template they can send to other models to get shout out for shout outs. You can help them with a sexton script that they can use to start generating more sales in their account. If you don't know how to provide value, you need to do more research into how to provide value, because you're going to have to do it anyway. Step 2 is nurture attention. So we've got attention coming into the system. We now need to nurture it. So because you have attention doesn't mean that you'll close models on a contract with the agency. In order to get a model to close on a rev share contract, you need to build trust, rapport. So we do trust, educate, and rapport. So trust. You need them to know you're not trying to scam them. And if they part with a percentage of revenue, that you'll fulfill upon what you're actually promising to them. 2 is to educate, to establish authority in a particular space. Educating and providing value to a small audience will help you do exactly that. 3 is to build rapport. So leverage compelling storytelling in order to get them to relate to you. Okay. And if you have those 3 things, there's no reason why they wouldn't work with you. If they can trust you and they know that you know how to help them and they can actually relate to you, then why are they going to be saying no? They're not. So if they're saying no to you, then you're missing these 3 things. So to build trust, educate, and rapport, you can put your leads through a pre-built nurturing funnel that does exactly that. So here's a breakdown of how we do that. So you can send emails. So once we get that contact info in exchange for the value that we're offering to get that attention, we can then put them in an email sequence, which is 180 days, 7-step email drip sequence, which does storytelling, value, quick wins, book call to action. You do the same for SMS. So we could send SMS messages if we get their number instead of their email, or you can do both. Then you do social media. So we're following them on social media. We're building up that audience. And then we could do 7 posts a week, consumable value, case studies. Again, we're just retargeting them. So there's 3 things that you can incorporate to nurture that attention. Okay. So when people use different funnels, I'm talking about the particular funnel and strategy we use, which is virtual assistants, hybrid of actually sending cold DMs. But some people like to do Google Ads. But chances are, if you're doing Google Ads, you're still going to need to nurture that attention to get them to work with you. And you're going to have to add more qualification steps as well. But the good thing about this is that it's targeted attention. We can outreach to who we want to outreach to. So we know when we get a response that it's actually from a good model who's going to be a really high ticket model. I'm talking an instant 5, 10, 15K a month client. Then step 3 is now that your models are nurtured, you can then close them on a contract. At this point, they're ready to be closed. So to pitch a contract, you can use a 2-call close. First call, gather information on specific pains and problems the model is facing and qualify the model to make sure she's high quality. So at this, on the first call, we're just asking them to see whether they'd be a good fit for the agency. Because if they're not going to be a good fit for the agency, they're lazy when it comes to creating content, then there's no point in signing that bad client when you can actually just keep on focusing on signing a good quality client. And then we have the second call. And in this call, we pitch them our service and the percentage of rev share we charge as an agency. And we get a contract signed on this call. So it is not simple. If you've been in SMMA, believe me, I've been there before. I built my own SEO agency, scaled it to 6 figures. But then I realized that if I actually applied myself to a different niche, that it would be 10 times easier. And that it was 10 times easier as soon as I switched niche to helping OnlyFans models. The difference in the agencies, my SEO agency was a little bit of growth and it would kind of stagnate, whereas this has just been sharp and climb. So you now know that you need to switch to the OnlyFans niche if you've been debating this at all. You now know that you need to generate attention, how exactly you can do that by volume and by having an offer and by introducing leverage into generating attention. We now have step 2, so you can nurture attention, so you can know how to send emails, SMS, social medias to trust, educate, and build rapport. And then step 3, you know how to close the model. So you have a first call where you qualify them, ask information, then you use that information in the second call to pitch them our service, the percentage rev share we charge as an agency, and get that contract signed. So very simple. And just to let you know that your life can change just like this. It does not have to take long at all. In a span of a week, your life can dramatically change. We've had people in the program who have literally gone from 0 to 5K a week in a short space of time. So if you are interested in getting started in automating the model recruitment, automating the promotional systems, the service delivery, the management systems, the onboarding systems, automating everything and just sitting back, eating pizza and enjoying watching videos like this and myself to just educate yourself a little bit more, then booking a call down below and you'll be able to speak to myself where we'll actually be able to go through exactly how our systems that I've built over the past 3 years for my agency will help you out so you don't have to figure this out for yourself. Again, that's another point of leverage, using leverage to get information that is going to help you accelerate your agency even quicker. So instead of having to take a year to build your agency to the point you want it to build, you can build that in 3 months. Okay, so book a call down below. It'd be great to speak with you. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.